Hello guys and gals, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Bethan. In today's video, it's quite exciting. So today I'm doing my Instagram followers pick my makeup. So what I've done basically, I've picked out all my makeup, so section by section, so foundations, I've given them all a number and then rounded up to 2 with a random number generator, and then I've put the 2 of each on my stories, and then my followers can pick like which one, and that's what they have done. So I've got all the products they have picked here, and I'm just gonna basically create something with it all. So yeah, I am quite shocked though, because one of the products I thought, you know, I've got a lot of eyeshadow products and I didn't think this would be like the final thing, but yeah, I'm actually using my absolute favourite palette, the Beauty Bay palette. It was in between this and the Juvia's Place Zulu palette. But I've got so many eyeshadow palettes and I didn't think it would be even them 2 in the final 2, but obviously it's meant to be, isn't it? So yeah, enough rambling, I'm just gonna get on with the video. So as you can see, I've already like done my brows. I've not used any, I've only used the Got To Be Glued, the hair glue. But the product that my followers picked for me to use for brows is the Primark pencil. So you know, it's just one of them products where I think it's like, depends what day it is, but yeah, I think this is actually gonna be alright just to fill in, because I don't actually properly do my brows. Basically try and get them looking a bit more fuller, like so, and I like to like define the bottom a little bit more, so hopefully I can. So that's all I'm gonna do. Actually, this works quite well after I've, you know, used the glue or the whatever. If you use soap, and if you know, if you do them with your brows, a brow pencil is actually quite good to use to get just the gaps. So for eyes, like I said, I'm using the Beauty Bay palette, and I also asked if to use glitter or not, and they picked yes, so I am going to use glitter. But first, the concealer that they told me, like, it was in between the two Makeup Revolution ones, the Conceal and Hydrate and the Conceal and Define, and they picked the Conceal and Hydrate, which I've been using anyway, so I'm so excited. But I'm going to use this to basically carve my brows out and set my eyelids ready for eyeshadow. Now that my eyelids are set, I've actually got a pretty good idea of what I want to do. I want to do this like split kind of look, so I'm actually going to get some tape, and then I'm going to basically place it where I don't want eyeshadow, so I'm just going to do that now, and then yeah. So I look a bit crazy, but yeah. So I'm going to do like a rainbowy kind of look, so I'm going to do rainbow colours. First I'm going to take a red, so I'm going to take the shade Hot Stuff, this red here, and then I'm just going to pack it in the inner corner. Then I'm going to take an orange. I'm going to take the shade Heat Wave, which is this bright orange here, and then I'm going to pack that next to it and also blend it with the red. And just dip back into that red shade, and then just keep blending them together. Just gonna pat. I think when you're blending colours like this, patting is probably the best way to get them blended together. And then I'm going to take a yellow, so I'm going to take the shade Hello Sunshine, this yellow here, and I'm going to pat that next to the orange. Just a case of keeping going back onto the colours, just, you know, to get the blend like that. Then I'm going to take a fluffy blending brush and basically blend out the edges. Obviously I'm going to take a bit of each colour what I've used just to help blend them out. I'm not going to like blend it out, I'm just going to keep it here and just blend it slightly with small circular motions. So this is probably like the longest part of any eye look, is the blending. And once that's blended how we like it, I'm gonna move on to the outer corner. I'm gonna do like greens, blues and purples on this side. So take another packing brush. I'm gonna take the green shade Granny Smith, and then this is gonna go here and then bringing it down here. Then I'm taking the shade Pacific Dreams, which is this blue shade here. Pat that next to it, but then bring it even lower down. And then I'm going to go back with that green shade and then just really blend the colours together. Like so. And then I'll go back in the blue, bring that blue colour back, and then yeah, like that. Then I'm going to take a purple shade next. So I'm going to take the shade Purple Power, which is this purple here, pop that next to the blue, like so. And then we'll go back in with that blue shade, pat that in to blend it with the purple. It's just a case of keeping going back to each colour and then bringing it back through and then blending it together. So then I'm going to take another blending brush and then blend out the edges from that side. Basically repeat what I did on the other side, just blending it up slightly. Like so. Obviously I'm going to clean up the edges, but yeah, you get the gist. So I'm going to take this tape off, and then what I'm going to do, just clean it up a little bit with concealer. That's been cleaned up. Moving on to glitter. I'm going to be taking this glitter from House of Sparkles, this chunky glitter called Funfetti, and that is going through there. So I've got my glitter glue and then that, and then I'm just going to lightly just pot it in, and then I'm going to just dip into the bag of glitter and like that. So just adds a bit of something to the look. Now I'm going to do the other eye off camera and then we will finish off the look. So the other eye is finished. I've just cleaned it up a little bit. I actually really like how it's looking. So this was literally a last minute decision. Like I just thought, oh, I'll do like a rainbow and then like glitter in the middle, and I'll come up with this. So yeah. So skin. So for primer, my followers picked the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I've not really used, I'm gonna use this all over my face before I use it. I usually just use it on my T-zone, so I'm gonna just, yeah. Nose. Okay, that was a bit. And then for foundation, they picked out the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation, which I am not mad about. So let's take a few pumps in the back of my hand. And then take my flat top brush from Morphe. And then I'm just going to buff it into the skin. Like you already know now, I'm not going to buff it out fully with the brush. I'm basically just getting the majority of it on, because then I'm going to go over with a beauty sponge, which I'm going to do next. Take what's ever left on the back of my sponge and then buff that again into the skin, and this just gives it a nice finish. Now foundation is done, I'm going to move on to concealer, which again I'm going to be using the Conceal and Hydrate from Makeup Revolution. I'm not going to blend that out yet because for contour it was in between the Jordana Cosmetics and Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate, and they actually picked Conceal and Hydrate, which kind of works in my favour because these two work well together obviously. So I'm going to take this and then my followers just know me so well. Because when I do this I like to blend out the contour shade first, so I'm going to take the buffing brush from Morphe and then tap that in. And then if I blend the contour shade first, if I go a bit too far like I have with this side, the concealer will just correct it. And then it just gives it a nice even blend. And then to blend out the concealer, I'm going to take that same buffing brush I used to set my eyelids. I'm just going to take it and just buff that out. But again, I'm not going to buff it fully because I'm going to go over with the sponge. And then for setting powder, my followers chose the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder. This is the translucent, so I'm just going to take a bit, put it in the lid. I'm just going to lightly pat it into the skin. And then I'm going to take the brush that I usually set my face with and take the rest and then just basically set everywhere else. And then for bronzer, it was in between the Primark bronzer and the Too Faced bronzer, and my followers picked the Too Faced, so I'm going to take that today. It's the chocolate bronzer, milk chocolate bronzer. So I'm going to take my fluffy brush from Spectrum, the AO1 fluffy brush, take a bit on my brush and then apply it to the skin. And then for highlight, they picked the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Reezy highlight. I feel like I'm saying it right, but if I'm not, you know which one, this one. So for false lashes, I want to take some dramatic lashes, and I got kindly centered from a company called We Love Lashes. They kindly sent me some eyelashes, so I've got some from Violet Voss, which are these ones here, and I got these ones, the Suso X Danny Dyer lashes, and then I've got these, which I think I'm gonna use. These are the Kiss lashes, and just look at how fluffy and dramatic they are. I think these are in the shade, in the style Gala. So I'm going to take these today. So I'm going to just basically trim them, you know, measure up to my eye, and then I'll be back. But before, the mascara that my followers picked was the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I'm not going to take the waterproof ones because I've been using that a lot. So I'm going to take this one. Just coat my eyelashes. And then I'm gonna size up my falsies and apply them. And then last but not least, we have lips, and it was in between the Too Faced natural lipstick or the Make Revolution Shimmer Bone Gloss, and they picked the Shimmer Bone Gloss. So we've got these for you to choose from, and I think I'm gonna take the shade Distortion, this shade here. And that is the finished look, guys. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with how this look turned out. My followers picked amazing makeup products. Like, I am so happy with everything they chose because it's all just worked together so nicely. They just know me so well. Like, so yeah, if you are one of the people who, you know, chose these makeup or even chose the other product, you know, anyone who took part in answering my stories, thank you so much. I won't be able to make this video without you, basically. But yeah, I'm so happy with how this look turned out. I'm obsessed. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to take part in more future videos where I ask my Instagram followers stuff, then make sure you follow me on Instagram. It's Makeup Bethann with 2 N's. I leave it linked down below, as well as my Twitter, and I'll also link down my TikTok maybe, which is MUA Bethann with 2 N's. I've got a thing about 2 N's, but you know, what can you do? So yes, thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, share with your friends if you enjoyed it, leave a comment down below what you think, what you want to see more from me, and yeah, I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye.